Hi guys, it's Monday. It's happy Monday nights to all of you. We were talking about a lot of wonderful things, and I wish we would have been streaming like 10 minutes ago, because we could have, but we weren't. What else? What else? Joined by wonderful people. We have some first-time guests with Zelina and Ereni from IB, and we have Argh coming back, and then we have the wonderful Derubael and Uberbandit and myself, and they're all gonna say hi, but I just wanted to take a minute to say hi first. So let me take these nerds off hold. Bump, bump, bump.
Yeah.
And
There
sounds like you guys were able to still talk.
We were able to still talk.
That's
Lies and
wonderful.
slander.
But now I feel like I missed out on stuff. I feel cheated, and I don't like
You
it.
did.
Yeah, we were talking about
We
it.
talked about all kinds of shit behind your back.
God damn it. I'm
It
gonna
was
have to.
golden.
I don't know. I'm
I
gonna
told
have to
them.
bug.
I told them all about that one time when you did that thing. You know.
Yep.
That was pretty freaky.
Yeah, they heard about that.
I'm
So
surprised.
I had to tell them. It was such a good story. Like I know I promised I would never tell anybody about that thing on that place, but like I had to.
Mm-hmm. Sounds legit. Sounds very legit.
It was legit for sure.
Derubael, say hi. Pretend no one knows
Hey,
you.
Nobody knows me. I'm a GM on P99. If you're talking to me, it's because something bad happened to you.
So all of us, bad things
Yeah.
have happened.
Something bad happened to all of you, yeah, I'm sure. Show me on the Ixar, though.
Oh, Uberbandit. Go.
Yes.
Tell them things.
I'm Uberbandit.
Excellent.
I
Well,
actually have good news for you,
Very
Uberbandit.
descriptive.
Short and sweet.
Look,
It's
I
stuff.
like it.
if you don't know by now,
But
you
what
have
if
a
they
problem.
haven't been here before?
What if we have brand new
what
people?
if they're
That's
popping
really
their cherry
sensitive.
tonight?
then I'd
Yeah.
rather our relationship form organically.
Well,
I mean, they know
Let's
he's
keep
Uber,
it natural.
and they know he's the bandit. So what else does he have to know?
He begins
they
with
could
an
know
air of mystery
things.
about him.
They could
they
know
need,
about
they
lava
need to know where to
lamps.
find him.
He doesn't
No.
stream.
They don't know that. They would
They
only
don't
know
know
that if
that.
they followed him.
And I stream sometimes.
No,
Exactly.
you don't.
He totally does.
She's not impressed.
He streams all the time. Come on now.
Well, clearly in secret.
When I'm playing
because
games
I never
that
see him.
are streamable for me, but right now my poor little graphics card cannot handle it. It gets
Aw,
really sad.
That's too bad.
your poor little graphics card.
I know I'm just not streaming because I'm considerate, but you know I could be selfish and torture my graphics card, but
Sure.
Thank you for looking out for all of us.
yeah, well I'm all
Uh,
about equal rights for graphic cards.
Argh.
Hi.
This is the part where you tell people who you are.
Yeah. I'm just the guy who plays on the server.
Excellent.
What guild do you play in?
The A-team.
The A team. You say. How do you like the A team?
They're A+.
You are just bursting at the seams with energy.
So you set it up for me. I knocked it down.
Thank you. Good job. Good job.
Wait, does that count? Do we get to take a mark on the counter here?
Nah, I think it's only when Sirken says it.
Okay.
Zelina.
Hi.
Hi. You've never been here before. Tell people who you are.
I'm an enchanter in Inglorious Bastards.
A+.
What?
A+ job.
Oh god.
You did very good. Ereni.
Somebody's harassing her,
It might be.
Yes, he is.
trying to screw up our stream.
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
Ereni.
Zelina's out of commission. Ereni.
She did fine. I'll give her an 8 out of 10. We're moving on to Ereni. First time. It's your first time here, and you hang out in the chat a lot, so we're really glad to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, say hi. Tell them who you is.
I'm Ereni. I'm a cleric, and I kill dragons with Inglorious Bastards.
See, that's probably not the best way for you to introduce yourself to Uberbandit.
That's funny because I was actually thinking that's the best intro we've had tonight. Like that was the most clear, concise,
And without
Quick.
the word.
quick and easy. There was no giggles interrupting it at the end. There was no Uberbandit-ness.
Speaking of
So you
Uber,
guys didn't hear him? You guys didn't hear him? in the back?
Well, you're welcome.
No.
No.
Not at all.
Thank goodness. Okay, that's good.
Why, did he shout something horribly inappropriate?
Yes, you
Well,
did.
it's a family stream, so we can't have any of that.
We're big on that. There's moms and dads sitting at home
There's
watching
little
with
kids.
their children.
Oh, yeah, totally. Absolutely.
Oh, so
Diverse
Uberbandit.
audience.
I have great news.
Yeah.
I saw Talendor on Red just walking around today. Just walking around in no danger at all from players.
I was forum questing a little bit. The Red Guild seemed to be in a weird place right now.
The
Like,
Red server is
There's
definitely
a lot
in a
of
weird
drama over
place.
there.
They are not very pleased with some of the server staff at the moment.
Yeah, they're never
Like-
happy with the server staff.
Are they ever?
Like,
Yeah.
Nihilum owns the box, right? Like,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
correct
of
in
course.
remembering that?
Of
They
course.
don't anymore.
Well, no,
Yeah, that's
that's because they stopped sending us blooming onions, clearly.
Oh, Sirken, that's not, dude. Oh my god.
Can I not joke about
I
that yet?
can't
Is it too soon?
Fucking said that. Yeah, no, we
Yeah, the commission checks.
All right,
can't talk about that right now.
somebody edit that out. We'll be
Because
fine.
there's all of that bullshit flying around. I had Eldoran being like, "You're in Nilum's pocket, and now I've got proof." And I'm
Wait,
like,
isn't
"Really,
he
do you?"
in that
don't
guild?
worry, we'll catch
I would,
it.
I would love to see your proof. Show it to me. Like,
Yeah, they got security camera footage from the Outback Steakhouse.
Obviously. Something is going on here.
Oh.
So yeah, that was all completely ridiculous. Is that what we're gonna touch base on first? Because that's probably the most.
You know what? We can. I just wanted. I
Yeah,
thought of
here's the thing.
Talendor because of Uberbandit, and then it kind of dominoed into that.
Right.
The thing is, I have legitimate questions because I've only grazed the surface
Well,
as
you
probably
want us,
most people
you want
do
us
have.
to just give you an overview first, and then you can ask questions?
No, that's less fun because then I don't get to talk.
It's not as.
There's less conjecture that way.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
less sense from a stream standpoint. But anyway, go ahead. We'll do it your way, Uber Bandit. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can take the horse by the hair, whatever the fuck it is.
Are you like 80?
The horse by the reins.
So,
Oh, I
so the
censored
Hierophants,
myself.
is on like vacation. This is like a forced vacation, or are they just fucking out?
They're banned. They're disbanded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
The guild doesn't exist anymore.
And I would just like to say, if there are any red people listening, stop being dicks to former Nihilum people.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of people in that guild. And a lot of them legitimately have had no idea what was going on until we came to the forums and said, this is what happened. Like, don't crucify those people for the actions of the people running the guild.
Right. There's a lot of people who didn't have any idea of what was going on, and it's totally inappropriate for people to be saying themselves and telling them to get the fuck off the server and, oh, you're a dirty cheater and blah blah blah. Like, that's all completely ridiculous. And
It makes Sirken sad.
yeah, it needs to stop.
I've seen some horrible petitions over the last couple days, and I'm not impressed.
Why
why
would they want them to leave the server?
Because they are in Nilum. There's this huge, stupid hatred that goes back years and years and years against this one guild because they dominated content and nobody liked them. They didn't like the way that they thought they destroyed the box, basically, single-handedly, this one guild. And they blame it all on Nilum for their cheating and all this bullshit. And, it's just gotten to this point where there's so much hatred over there that it's carried over now that even the guild has been disbanded, and they're still hating on people who are in Nilum or who were in Nilum. It's completely ridiculous, and it needs to stop. And I already told everybody that if we see it, you're going to earn a suspension. I already handed out 3 of them this morning. So don't do it. Just don't test us. It's not okay for you guys to tell people to get off your server. It's not your fucking server. It's Nilbog and Rogan's server, and you don't get to decide who gets to play here and who doesn't just because you don't like them. That's not the way it works. It's not the way it's ever worked, and we will absolutely do something about it if we see it. So Nilum got disbanded basically a while back. Their guild leader, we found out that he was selling items out of the guild bank, and this is pretty much public knowledge at this point. He was selling items out of the guild bank for real-life cash, and so instead of disbanding the guild like we should have done right then and there, we told Nilum that they could stay together so long as Nizar wasn't in the guild at all. And then they talked us into, he can be in the guild, but he has to just be a member. He can't have any officer duties. He can't do anything that a normal member wouldn't do. And we knew for a while that he was running the guild, doing exactly what we told him not to, but we didn't have any proof until the forum community stepped up to bat and sent us in some screenshots and some logs and some other stuff that showed that Nizar was definitely still leading the guild. So we pulled him aside.
Some form of tinfoil hatting, like paid out.
What was that?
Some actual like tinfoil hatting conspiracy theory on the forum actually like helped solve something.
Kind of, I guess. It wasn't really so much a conspiracy theory so much as or so much tinfoil as it was just everybody knew he was running the guild, and then once they found out that he wasn't supposed to be running the guild, they all sent in their screenshots and stuff like that. Because a lot of people had evidence that Nizar was still running the guild, and they didn't know that he wasn't supposed to be doing that. So once they found out, they all sent in their information to try and get him screwed over. Hang on just a second.
It's a pretty complex conspiracy.
Oh man,
Makes me want to play on red.
I don't know. Blue has its own shit too. You don't even know like how deep the casino rabbit hole goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all crazy. Sorry, I'm sending a PM to somebody.
You kids and
Yeah,
your
I can only imagine.
PMs. Oh man, I spent way too much time in the plane of fear today.
Are you guys going to respond to Green Grocer's request?
What, to bring Meat Spin back?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Well, I don't even know what that is.
It's his.
He wants to keep
Keep
running Meat
He wants
Spin.
his Meat Spin casino to stay open. Yeah.
What is a meat spin casino?
You bet meat and you get like cooked treats if you win.
Yeah, like you bet a piece of raw meat, and then if you win, he gives you a cooked version of that meat.
Oh god damn it! I love him.
I know, right? Like, you need to let that continue.
I feel like that's not really like gambling. Really, I mean, it's not like RMTers. I mean, if RMTers start using raw
They start
meat,
buying food online.
They use raw meat to launder plat.
like I mean, I'll have to have Derubael pull some logs, but I'm pretty sure raw meat has never been used to launder RMT funds. And if it has,
Pretty impressive.
yeah, it would be.
You heard it here first. RMTers start with raw meat. They'll never suspect it.
Massive
Never
meat
see it coming.
conspiracy.
In any case, so I know I'm getting back off of the meat spin track real quick here, but Nilum, we found out Nizar was still running the guild, so we pulled him aside and disbanded the guild. On his way out, he was pretty upset and told me that I need to start lifting or else karma's gonna get me. Because apparently I'm not strong enough to stand up to Nizar in real life or something like that. I don't know exactly what the point of that
He
was.
hit you with a. Do you even lift? bro?
Yeah, he was like, "Do you even lift, bro? Looks like you need to do some weightlifting. Karma's gonna get you one day." I was like, "I know what you look like, Nizar, and I know for a fact that you're a skinny white kid, and I don't think you should be making threats on the internet. I don't think anybody should make real life threats on the internet. But if it came
karma.
down to it,
Karma definitely works out.
if it came down to it, I'm not all that afraid of Nizar busting in my.
I mean, I don't think it was an insult. I mean, busting RMT, that's good karma, right? That's how that works?
That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
you know, he was
Maybe
like,
he was complimenting my
yeah,
physique. Maybe that's what was happening.
yeah, maybe it's like, you know what, if you don't lift, you should, because good things are going to happen to you. You're going to
Well,
want to
afterwards, I sent somebody a tell, and I was like, "Did Nizar really just make fun of like my appearance?" Because yeah. In any
Funny
case-
how you can't finish that sentence.
Yeah, no, I have to keep my. Mouth
I was
shut.
wondering what words you were gonna choose to finish that.
Yeah, no, I'll just keep that to myself. Yeah, I was just shocked that he was like, "Huh, we're gonna come at you, buddy," but whatever. So in any case, Nilum
They
got
gave
his
you a
bit.
chance, bro.
Oh
they-
yeah, and then he
they
told
gave you a
us
chance.
that they gave me a chance, right. And then he made sure to tell me what I can and can't do on this server.
I saw that video. That
The egos on some of these people are just absolutely out of control. I mean, it's ridiculous. They think they can do whatever the hell they want, and they can't. It's not their server.
Well, because if they disagree with you, they'll just PvP you.
Yeah, good luck with that one. You should see my red.
That's how they solve all issues on Red, apparently.
Completely ridiculous. So that was the Nilum fiasco. What were you saying? Go ahead, Sirken.
No, go ahead. I got distracted by something.
So that was the Nilum fiasco. Basically, they wanted to appeal the decision. They tried really hard, but it's just they were trying to get this technicality, saying that Sirken said this one thing that made it so that this wasn't valid, and it was really just some rule lawyering bullshit. And I wanted to just come back and be like, look, you violated the agreement. You know you violated it. Just suck it up and eat the bans. And they eventually did. Eventually, they said, okay, fine. There's nothing we can do about it. And no, there's really not, because this is the way that it's going to be. And yeah, that was that. There was a big uproar about it on the forums. A bunch of people were really happy, and then a bunch of other people were really upset and didn't understand why it was happening.
Two things.
Kind of mixed.
Two things. One, this didn't happen because of one reason. This didn't happen just because we found out Nizar was still leading the guild. Second of all, what I told them, we were speaking, it was like a 3-hour Skype call me and Eldoran had, and I was speaking in lots and lots of hypotheticals, and so was he, and we were doing that on purpose. I cited for him an example of an old guild on Valenzek, Alan of the 12 Prophets, where he was told he couldn't lead, blah, 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 all the same things we did, and while he still led, the staff of the server didn't know about it. Players suspected, but there was no proof. And I essentially told him, if we don't know about it, it's not a problem. I also made it very clear what would happen if we found out that it was still going on, or if they engaged in other activities or continued engaging in RMT. I made it very clear to him that the guild was getting off light. And it's strictly because it was the red server and we didn't want to just cut the population in half. We wanted to be nice guys and give them the benefit of the doubt. All the talk about Derubael and Sirken are out to get in Nilum and blah, blah, blah. We could have murdered their entire guild when we banned Nizar the first time. We chose not to because that's not what we wanted to do. And yeah, I think that's pretty much my piece on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is pretty much where I'm at too. It gets pretty ridiculous when we have to sit through all of these accusations of favoritism and blah blah blah. Like, I was telling this to Sirken last night that it just makes me just not even want to bother with the server, and that's really bad for Red because they don't have a lot of people who care and they need that GM support, but it makes it really hard to go over there and do work when you've got just troll after troll after troll after troll, and it's nothing but that. Yeah, so I mean it's a pain in the ass, but we do it anyway because the community needs it, and we know that even if they don't know that they need it, they do need it. So
yeah,
that was all that. I think that
you think that 3 to 4 guilds on Red just get you a little bit excited?
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy that's the way that it is.
I'd love to see a Euro guild on Red because that would be good for future Euro players as well.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And that's something Red sucks at, by the way.
Let's touch on casinos real quick, and then we'll go to the Taken decision because I know that a lot of people want to hear about that. Even though
I've got a question about casinos.
Yeah, go for it.
And it's my biggest concern about the issue is what do we do about the Ghost Ship Casino?
Well, that's a registered casino with the NW.
Because that's all I was looking forward to.
NGC, I mean, the NORAD Gaming Commission, of course.
Hold on. I want you to bring up that first organization again.
The NWA.
All right. Right here,
Norathians with attitude.
Yeah, it's led by Hulk Hogan.
Norathians with attitude. It's led by. Damn, can't think of any clever NPCs. Norathians with attitude. It's led by Furiona Vi and.
What?
Yeah, because she's got an attitude.
No, let Mayong Mistmore lead it.
You should read the lore on that bit. She's got quite an attitude.
Why can't either of us think of any erudite NPCs?
That's what I was trying to think of too, but I can't think of a single one. I don't know.
There's that one place that you run to because it's a badass and kills things, but I can't remember where that is or what his name is.
Yeah, I don't remember one single erudite NPC in the whole game.
That's racist.
Which is pretty racist, yeah. I agree with you.
They sent cats to the moon. They deserve to be fucking ostracized.
They're the ones who sent the cats to the moon.
They are.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. Erudites blew those motherfuckers straight off of Otis onto Lucklin.
Gotcha.
That's how the hole was formed, I do believe, if my EQ lore is still correct.
That makes sense.
Erudites be playing with dark magic.
So casinos. Basically, so there was a lot of uproar that this was done because of that one guy who scammed that one other guy. It's completely ridiculous. That's not why it happened. It had nothing to do with that one guy scamming that one other guy.
We don't care about that. We don't care about real honest. We do not give any shits. If you're dumb enough to use a casino and you lose your money,
for sure,
don't give any shits.
And
didn't you guys read the forums?
Like, that's not the first time that somebody has gotten scammed from a casino. Like, that wasn't the big catalyst that sent everything over the edge. It had nothing to do with that. It was primarily, I mean, this has already come out, so I might as well say it, but it was primarily because casinos were linked to RMT. And the bottom line is, I could go through and I could spend hours upon hours of my CSR time trying to sort through who's doing what and why and where it's all going, but it's just not worth the time. So instead, we just banned the casinos. And it's the way that it is. I mean, people are just going to have to live with it. We're not going to reverse the decision. The casinos are gone. We are going to put in our own custom casino NPCs so that people can still gamble. But the bottom line is the player casinos are just not coming back.
Are the NPC casinos going to be anything like the casinos from Shadowhaven on old Live?
I don't know what those were like on Live. I never went there.
They'll be better. They'll be better. Don't even worry about it.
Like, you could win a ticket and turn a ticket in
for
items that no longer drop.
I don't think it's going to be quite like that, but it is going to be platinum at the very least. And I know that we're looking at a couple different games that we can add hopefully in the future, so there's some variety. The casino ban is absolutely classic. We have evidence and have cited sources to ourselves, not to you guys, to show that casinos were not allowed on all servers during Classic. I know for a fact that they weren't allowed on Aeone Rogue because that's the server I played on. And I definitely could not. Nobody could run a casino on that server. So it's definitely Classic on at least a couple servers. And regardless of whether or not it was Classic on all their servers or not, we don't really care. The fact is that it's being used for something that we don't want it to be used for, and we're removing it. That's the bottom line. And
yeah, it was removed on my server on Live on Ekai.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that there's more servers than people are willing to admit that had some kind of restriction on it. It's not necessarily.
It was a big reason why they introduced the Shadowhaven casino.
Right. And it's not like all of the servers had casino bans, but I know that most of the servers frowned upon them at the very least, and then some of them outright did ban them. I remember guides telling us that we can't run casinos on my server, so that was definitely a thing, and that was definitely during Velius. That was when I first started playing during Velius, and it was not in Lucklin or anything like that. I never even played past Lucklin. I only played Velius and Lucklin, and that was it.
I feel like your server GMs were like the fun police.
They were really strict. I mean, yeah, they really, really were. But at the same time, they were also kind of lenient. Like, I got caught scamming once, and my friend and I had scammed like hundreds of thousands of platinum. It was really, really bad. We'd scammed a ton of people. Everybody was
dirty.
Everybody was outraged. I mean, there was people screaming about it on our forums and saying these people are scamming left and right, blah blah blah. And it was all us. And finally, they caught up to us, and our server GM pulled me into the white padded room and said, "You've been scamming people." And I said, "No, I haven't." And she said, "Yeah, you have." I said, "Well, I don't know, prove it," or something like that. And she said, "Well, I don't really have to. You know, you're getting suspended, blah, blah, blah." So they suspended me for 24 hours for scamming like almost $1 million in plat from out of my server. And that was it. That was my whole punishment. They didn't even take any of the money away.
Well,
but then at the same time, they were strict about other things like pickpocketing and casinos and crap like that. So that was why we took away the casinos, you guys. It had nothing to do with scamming. We don't care about scamming. If you want to get scammed, that's not our problem. We'll probably ban the person who scammed you, but that's about it. And it's not all that difficult. It doesn't take up that much time to ban people for scamming, so that's not why we did it. That has nothing to do with it.
We don't want to cater to stupidness, because it encourages more stupid behavior.
Right, which we're not okay with. Yeah, it was because of the RMT link, so that's why they're gone. That's why they're no longer here, and they're not coming back. So let's move on to Taken real quick, and then maybe we can do something fun instead.
Sev.
So Taken and Sev. So there's a lot of people, and by a lot of people, I mean like 1 or 2 people who are really vocal about it right now.
And how dare all of you for causing drama on a Sunday, when I've made it very, very clear. I do not want to do things on Sundays.
That was a mistake.
That is selfish.
The Lord's Day.
Respect Sirken's Day.
Nobody should be doing anything.
You should be watching football, and that's it. That is it.
So what you gotta do is just have server resets on Saturday.
We gotta just turn the server off on Sundays.
Yeah, we really do, because Sunday is supposed to be football day. It's not cool that people are getting in trouble on Sundays.
Or we could just have everyone reset the mob, and then there wouldn't have been a problem.
That would have been much better.
How's that?
Well, yeah, easier said than done with that, apparently. Because I thought it was really easy to let a mob reset, but apparently it's not so easy.
I know, me too.
Well, you know.
No, apparently, if somebody in front of you breaks the rules, then there are no longer any rules.
That's kind of how it is. It's like monkey see, monkey do out there. You see one guy do something.
This is totally not a hypothetical
Before...
situation.
No, it's not hypothetical.
Before we hit on the Taken thing, I'm going to add one more person to our group call. So we've got Sidel from Asgard, I think. Let me make sure she's ready before I... Yeah, okay, there we go. Maybe I can't add her. Never mind. That's weird. Anyway, I guess we'll move on to the Skype thing. We were going to do this thing tonight, guys, where we were going to have, like, what did I call it, Sirken? Gamer Girl Night or something like that, where we were going to talk about women in video games.
We were to talk about girls.
And how that's progressed through time and how that's changed and become different. But we didn't get enough women to talk about it tonight, so...
And we're not going to do it next week, because you know why? There's not going to be a stream next week, because it's Labor Day. And I got stuff to do.
Girl.
Wait, are we done with the Taken issue?
No, I haven't even...
He totally
He got distracted. He thought of ladies' night and got all excited.
Yeah, I wasn't
He
ready
was
to
hoping
just
no one would
skip over it.
notice.
I was hoping nobody would notice, yeah. So
I got my legal pad filled with notes on the issue.
So what happened with Taken? First of all, hi Sidel, thanks for joining us. Say hi,
Hello?
tell us who you are and what you do.
Hey.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it'll be hard
Okay.
not to top all of our intros, so go ahead.
I'm
Give it a
sorry.
start.
I don't talk to nobody usually, so hi guys. I just want to say hi, and I'm sorry if I'm a dork tonight, but I had a couple of drinks.
We're all nerds, so you're good to go. You play on P99, you're in Asgard, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I didn't screw that up. I told everybody you were in Asgard, so I didn't want to mess that up.
Nailed it.
So Taken and Sev. So, Sirken, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I'm just going to start yelling at people if I start.
Alright, okay. So, the basics of this situation is that it was so not cut and dry that it became cut and dry. There's so much bullshit going on that it was really simple for us to look at that and just go, we're just going to do this. Because there was 7 different guilds on the encounter log. It was a huge mess. Everybody screwed up. Nobody should have been on the spawn point. And the reason why we just deleted the loot instead of suspending Taken is because we didn't feel it was appropriate given the situation. It's not like situations we've had in the past where this is an FTE steal, simply based on the merit that there were so many guilds involved. everybody stole FTE on this target. I don't know why BDA is showing up 30 to 60 seconds into the engage, but they are. And nobody should be on the list after what's-his-face tags the target, once Dempsey tags the target. I know that they're on there because of the fear, but all these other people that are getting added on 20 or 30 seconds into the encounter shouldn't even be there. So our options were fuck everybody or fuck nobody, and we decided to fuck nobody. And
Well, I
But like
could
certain
answer
people
why
weren't
they're on the-
KOS to begin with.
look, the
Yeah.
KOS thing is not even an issue, all right? You guys can't expect that everybody knows what they're doing when they go to pull a dragon, that they're going to be non-KOS. And that's why you need to stand further away.
People should know what they're doing if they're pulling dragons.
Right.
Exactly.
Just
They
saying.
should.
You guys
Uh,
just contradicted each other.
Yes.
No,
The
no, no,
issue-
no.
Sirken
The issue
agreed
why
that
there were so many guilds
Well,
on the encounter list is because they dragged it to the zone line where there were 160 people waiting,
We understand.
and nobody thought that they were actually going to pull because everybody knew that nobody should be pulling the dragon after Nemsi tagged it.
We understand that, but for some reason, BDA all ends up on there from doing damage or throwing at jabs or something like that. Because they're all staggered. They didn't all get feared in one group. Like, they all added
Right, we
themselves
saw a
to the encounter
BDA
list
video
for some reason.
where BDA Koth mage cost Troubadour, and then he ends up on the engage list.
And they're like,
So
throwing
that was-
jabs or something. Who knows
Yeah.
what they're doing. So they shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. I don't know what the hell was going on. I have no clue. When I did the write-up on it, I said something like, and then for some reason, Divinity and Omni are at the bottom of the list. Because fuck it, why not? Everybody else is there already, so they decided to join the party too. I don't know what happened. We don't even care at this point, and we would love to let the players work this out, but we're not going to have 7 guilds sit down and try to work out their bullshit, because that would never work.
Yeah, it would never
So
work.
we
It
just
barely
decided
works out when two
to...
people try
We
work
decided
out
to come in and put our metaphorical hands on the table and
Really?
yeah. I didn't know where to take that one.
I knew we
Other
were.
appendage on the table.
Normally it's something completely different, but this is a family appropriate stream, so
Right,
we're not,
we're
gonna
not
be putting
just
our
in
dicks
GM
on the table
chat.
tonight.
Well,
Could have said
I-
legs.
I would like to say something that there's a difference between, doing something that is, accidental versus doing something intentional. And I think when you look at the logs that was posted, at least by Rogan, you can definitely see the intent there versus a mistake.
I was
and
so pissed off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue.
That's okay. No, it's fine. Continue.
No, you should finish because it sounded like you were going to say something important, and I'm not. My thing is not important. I'm just going to complain.
I mean, I was just going to end with saying that, I think what you guys did was great, but I also would like to see that the difference between what guilds have done and put a positive spin on things. Whereas, you guys showed that guilds that take the appropriate response to a mistake, make sure that they're getting some type of recognition for it. Because it's not every guild was equally responsible for, what happened. Because that's not true.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you want
Yeah, I got
a little bit.
I think that's why people are angry, at least on the forums, is because they have guild pride and they want, to let it be known that, they were doing the right thing.
So
you know,
you're
and
saying
clearly-
that Sirken and I are like mom and dad, and you guys want a little bit of praise for doing well.
Everybody, we want a little
And maybe a
positive
cookie.
reinforcement.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
So
cookie would be
wait.
nice.
I
But you
know
know what? I
'cause
think-
which one of us is mom and which one of us is dad. This is really important.
I mean, on a serious note, I think if
Because
you
people
guys
say this
want
to us all the
people-
time. They're like, "Well, dad said no, so I'm gonna go ask mom." And I'm like, "Well, which one of us is mom? Which one of us is dad?"
when
Well, I
you're-
think
when-
maybe both of you are dead, and you know me as mom.
Are you calling us a gay couple?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you just said that you were a gay couple.
I think they
There's
just
a-
called us
there's
a
a love
Mormon
triangle
gay
going
couple.
on.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Which one's
I
bottom?
think when you see positive examples of what guilds are doing, other guilds are going to do that as well.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think really a lot of the issue with what you guys said was that that you faulted all guilds when a lot of the people who weren't in Taken that were on the guild encounter, I mean the raid encounter logs, were people who did 0 damage and had 0 hate, so they were just feared when whoever I can't remember the bard's name, but whoever pulled it into a group of 160 people who just weren't prepared for Sev to show up.
Right.
And then at that point, nobody cared to clear their aggro because they knew that Taken was just going to kill the mob. So it was kind of futile to even get off the hate list.
Right. No, I hear what you guys are saying, and not everybody fucked up, okay? I shouldn't make blanket statements like that, and I do it all the time. Not everybody fucked up, but enough people fucked up that it made this a clear-cut case of just wipe it all clean, make it a wash, and leave it at that. So that's why we did that. And no, not everybody screwed up. There was like one person from each guild who didn't do what they were supposed to do. And for some reason, there was one person from each guild who added themselves to the encounter list on purpose. I don't know why.
There was one guild who didn't end up on the list, though.
There was. It was A-Team, actually, wasn't it, Argh? Yeah, it was.
It's a little shameless plug.
Yeah, it was a shameless plug.
Actually,
you got me
Suck up.
for you. It was even better. Yeah, that encounter log that Rogan put up on the forums, I was actually really pissed off because one of the things I like to do is post our encounter logs. We just copy and paste them so that they look like shit and nobody can tell what's going on. That's my favorite thing to do, is to just throw up an encounter log that's really long and really complicated and be like, figure it out, nerds, have fun, and leave.
Yeah, that table was pretty sweet.
Yeah, Rogan made that. He showed me up big time. I was pretty pissed off.
He likes to be fancy.
Yeah.
I like fancy.
Well, if you
Hey,
ever...
Good.
You guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't use Skype normally.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me all the time? Do I
Yeah.
have to like hit a button to like shut it off?
We can hear
Yeah.
you all the time.
Like I'm used to vent. So it's like I hit a button when I want to talk, and
So-
it's like kind of weird. So
We can hear you all the time. You can hit that little white microphone button. If you want to turn on push to talk, hit that
Okay.
microphone button, and then hit tools, options, advanced, and then once you got that open, there's a little thing that says hotkeys.
okay. Thanks.
Did you find
sorry.
it? Did you find it?
Okay, I'm clicking on it.
Yeah, she found it. Okay. So the way that the push to talk works, Adele, is that you have to have it muted in order to push to talk. Because if it's
Okay.
unmuted, then you'll push to talk and you'll mute yourself. So you need to keep it muted and then push the button when you want to talk.
Because I just never know when like crazy stuff is happening in my background over here, and
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
I hear you. Crazy shit happens in my background all the time, so I usually use push to talk too.
all right, because I'm a very private person. I don't have Skype.
Do you like a strip club going on in your house, or like? So in any case, that was the whole Taken thing. Do you have anything you want to add into that, Sirken?
Just that, Oh, I will say, if this happens again, we will suspend everybody.
Don't say that.
I
Don't
will
say
say it.
because
I'll
you
do it.
always say that, and then people are like,
No, because you know what? Originally,
Somebody's gonna use it as precedent.
I actually think it's kind of funny, because people are on the forums talking shit about how Derubael is an asshole because of this, and if it was just up to me, I would suspended everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Yep.
And I might even have just thrown A-Team in there, Argh, just because I would have been so blind with ban rage. Just everybody. I've been like, everybody is suspended. Enjoy your Sunday.
Sirken's clearly the mother, then.
Yeah.
I don't deal with things on Sunday very well. I
I have
don't.
a clarification to make
Yeah.
about
Shoot.
that. About your PSA, actually, Sirken.
Uh-oh.
You said how we're not supposed to be parked on the raid spawn locations,
Mhm.
and then later you say that we'll be suspended. Will we be suspended if we are on the spawn point, or if something like this happens again?
Just
Both.
stay off the spawn point.
Absolutely both. You'll almost be suspended for anything. You probably shouldn't even kill dragons.
So then,
I gotta follow up question on that too.
so then, would you say that it's in all guilds' best interests to make an agreement for no cough pages?
I do, absolutely. I was like, no mages, and then everybody had a fucking temper tantrum. So if you guys can work
Right.
that
Well,
out.
I think that was just for track.
Yeah, track would be nice.
Yeah, no, I remember when the ruling first came out. There were certain guilds that really didn't like the fact that you couldn't use mages, but I think everybody would have preferred if it was only removed for Trachanon than everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. If you guys want a rule like that, you should put it up. Or I know somebody already did. I think actually, you guys should.
There is. Cucumbers
there's
is
one in
working on
Argh.
it.
Yeah.
Cucumbers is working on negotiating between all guilds to sort of get that arranged.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw him put something up about that.
He's got top men on it. Cucumbers is our top man.
Cucumbers is a top man for sure. Shit, I had something else that I was gonna bring up, and now I just lost track of it, like I usually do.
Did it involve aliens?
No, actually, it involved the guide program. We still need new guides. Male, female, short, small, big, fat, skinny, doesn't matter. We need everybody. Doesn't matter what level you are, doesn't matter what class you are, doesn't matter what guild you're in. All that we need is somebody who is trustworthy and gets along with us is really important too, I guess. If you want to be a guide, please apply. We'll take anybody at this point. We really will. We need new guides badly. Sirken, make this more exciting. Add something in.
It will change your life. I'll lure you behind the curtain with candy and promises of punch and pie, and then you'll just wake up kind of foggy, and Nilbog and Rogan and me and Derubael will all be circled around you.
So it's like summer camp?
Kind of like summer camp.
Where summer doesn't end.
The only qualification I have is I am trustworthy, but I don't know if I'd be a good guide though. I thought about it once, like applying when I saw like a post about it once.
Everybody should apply.
Because here's the thing: worst case scenario, we'll just never respond.
If you become a guide, you can't play on the server, right?
No.
If you become a GM, you can't play.
Everybody always gets this mixed up. You can play as much as you want if you're a guide. You just can't play if you're a GM.
I see.
And just to address what Nix is saying, I don't even expect the guides to be on for Sunday. I don't expect any CSR to be on for Sunday.
There's Nix on here.
Nix is in the chat room.
She's our chat mod right now.
Oh, okay. Hi, Nix.
Yeah, she's one of our good friends. She's on
I almost
here
feel like you shouldn't even be here, Sidel. I feel like you have serious reading to catch up on in a certain thread.
Well,
wait, what thread?
Okay. Want me to get the fuck out?
No. I'm just giving you a hard time.
God.
I know. I got a sense of humor. Okay, guys. Fine.
Oh man.
No, it's fine. You can just get out.
No, we can't. It's cool. I'm just playing around.
We'll show you the door. Here, I'll walk you there real quick. Let's go.
I won't mention the name of the thread, but I will say the people who post in that thread are some of my favorite people in this whole community. So,
Yeah.
Are you talking about the stream thread?
No, I don't give any shits about. I hate the stream
What
thread.
are you talking
because
about?
I have to go through the stream thread and fucking keep updating people's links to the front page, or else they bitch and cry because everyone's on there except for them.
What thread then? Just
I
say
told-
what thread.
I told-
I would like to read up.
You know exactly what thread. It's the only thread me and you have been talking in for like fucking a year and a half.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. All right.
Right.
Got it.
Get the shit
Okay.
out here.
It's the only thread that matters on the entire forum.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
Do you know how pissed off people get when I log into the forums and like only check that thread and then log back out? They get so mad.
They get almost as mad when you just start posting on the forums and don't do any CSR work.
Oh, I don't care about that. I don't care at all.
How many times people are like, "Why are you posting on the forums? You should be working on my petition." It's like, fuck you,
Yeah.
asshole.
Nah, people need to understand.
Right now, I'm on my own fucking schedule.
Petitions are a whole thing. Like, I never sit down and do one petition. Like, I sit down and do like 30 or 40 petitions. I have an addiction problem and I binge on them. That is my drug, is petitions.
That's what we all do. We all take like
chasing that first time.
once or twice a week, and we'll just knock out like 40 or 50 petitions. And the rest of the week, we do other CSR stuff. So, yeah, it drives me crazy when people are like, "Why aren't you doing my petition?" Well, like, I don't know, maybe because I have a life and like I want to enjoy myself every once in a while and not always do CSR work. Yeah, people are fucking crazy. Melvas, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. No, Mivas? I don't know. Whatever your name is. Guides do a bunch of stuff on the server. For a short, non-comprehensive list, you do corpse recoveries, resurrections, name changes, surname changes, camp disputes, kill stealing. You escalate petitions to the GMs for petitions that guys can't handle. And a bunch of other stuff to make sure that the server runs smoothly and that our players get the support that they need. Whoever that guy is at the bottom, Rage King 11, guild doesn't matter. Depending on what guild you're in, it may be more difficult for you to get into the guide program. But it really all depends on how much you play and how much we trust you and how much time you're willing to put in. So
we don't want to put players in a position to pick between staff and their friends.
Right,
and
exactly.
Certain guilds are more involved with certain issues that come up more frequently than other guilds.
Right, so we have to be careful about who we add on, but I always tell people there's no guild requirement, because we want them to apply anyway, because maybe they have something they're bringing to the table that we need, that we can work around. So, if you're in a guild that you think is going to be ineligible to be in the guide program, you should apply anyway and see what happens.
Oh shit! We have a former guide from your server.
You were on my server, Rage King 11.
Oh, you were praising him earlier then.
I was on Aone Row.
But
yeah, there is no guild requirement. We really need a guide for daytime hours. So if you're somebody who works from home, like, please apply now. Like, I will interview you this week if you can do daytime hours, because we really need it badly. And we're going to be adding a bunch of new guides once we get a certain program set up that's not ready to roll yet, but will be soon, hopefully, and then we'll be adding a ton of guides. We've
also added some forum moderators.
Yes,
which is
and we might even add one or two more.
Yeah, thank you guys for doing that. It seems to be working well.
Oh, you guys have no idea. It's glorious. We have this new system where when you make a new forum account, your first 3 posts have to be approved by a moderator. So all of that bullshit spam. No more tranny pics. No more anonymous accounts. No more, like, all that bullshit. All that bullshit.
Now I have to surf for material.
It's terrible. Seriously, I just want to tell
Argh.
those people you need to install like a drawstring in your butthole now when you see something like that. It's just awful.
Yeah.
I was actually working on a Chrome extension to counteract the tranny issue, but now I don't have to fix it.
Yeah.
It worked out good. I liked it. I like it.
It shouldn't have even been an issue in the first place, so we wanted to get rid of it as soon as possible. And then this also means that when we forum ban people, forum bans actually mean something now. Like, we have one person who used to be a serious problem. He was always talking shit. He was a really problem poster, and now he's gone forever. I never have to worry about his posts ever again, and it feels so good.
You can sleep at night.
Is that why it's so quiet from that person I'm thinking of? Awesome.
You see GM chat?
Oh my god.
Yeah, 1 second.
Alright. So while he's doing things, I'm gonna do. Oh, I can't talk about that shit. Literally, we just got a producer letter. I don't even care. You know what? We're gonna move off of all of those things. All of those things. We're just gonna go to new things. I'm gonna pick one of you 4 nerds. I'm gonna pick Argh. Argh!
Oh god.
Hi, buddy.
What's up?
How, No, I don't care. I feel like I've asked you these questions before. Zelina!
No.
Yep, how you doing over there?
Okay, now I feel slighted.
You should feel slighted.
He's hurt now. You need to go back to him.
I'll go back to him in a minute. How long have you been on P99?
About 2 years.
How did you find it 2 years ago?
A friend told me about it, actually. I used to play on live, and
A+.
I heard about it from a friend, so...
Very A+. You, unfortunately, only know the era of Sirken. You don't know how glorious it was before I was a GM here. But let me tell you, once upon a time, it was a magical, magical place.
I remember
I've
those
heard
days.
stories. Lots and lots of stories.
Well, that's good. They're good stories. I mean, we had some crazy, crazy former GMs, but But you know, we have one who's better at hiding the crazy now. Ereni,
Hi.
it's your
I'm
turn.
done with my wall of text. Sorry.
That's okay. Do your texts. How long you
I'm-
been here, Ereni?
A month ago was my EverQuest birthday.
Oh, that is happy birthday, happy
Thank
EQ
you.
birthday.
Say congrats.
Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday,
No, no.
Zelina.
Happy birthday, Zelina. Oh my god, she just exploded. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, you might have just broke Zelina.
I just broke Zelina. I think she popped
No.
right there on the phone call.
Phrasing.
What? You have dirty minds. You guys are all fucking dirty.
My headphones are going in and out. I'm always dirty, but yes, my phone or my headphones are kind of going in and out here and there. So if you guys talk to me, Sidel, and I don't answer, that's why. Sometimes it kind of pops out on me.
Make sure to
It's weird.
yell really loud
I'll try. Can you hear me okay?
across. Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Sidel, I have
Okay.
questions for you as well.
Okay.
When did you first find the Game of Thrones thread?
God damn it.
I think I found it back in probably September, October of 2012, around the time when I first started playing, and I saw the thread, and I mean, ever since I knew the show was coming out, I heard that. The thing is with me, I see a show coming out, I will look to see if there's a book for it, and that's when I started reading it, and that was a long time ago. So I read the books and went, woohoo, you know. So
I do that
a while
too,
ago.
actually,
Oh.
but I haven't read the 4th or 5th book yet.
God, yeah, I got some stuff to catch up on then.
I heard the 4th book is super boring.
Here's
well,
the thing,
people
here's
say
the
that,
thing.
but there are details. There are things
There's
that are.
books?
The 4th book comes right after the most exciting fucking like 500 pages you'll
Yeah,
ever read
right,
in your
right.
life.
Yeah, I finished book
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you're just
Spoilers,
like,
please.
oh, it's just a bunch of assholes walking around. But there's so much shit going on
There's
that you
details.
miss.
There's a bunch of nuanced shit in book 4
Yeah,
that
it does kind of support the rest of it, and then the ideas of what's coming.
right.
Don't they like introduce a shitload of characters and stuff, and the story doesn't really go anywhere?
Just
Yeah,
real
but you
quick.
think
Real
here's the
quick.
thing
Hold
about
on, hold on,
Peace
hold
of
on, hold on,
Crows.
hold on. Chat room. I'm not banning that guy because that's not an actual spoiler. But if you post spoilers, I will ban you. And I will ban you on every medium that I am physically able to ban you on.
Right, right.
What if I
Proceed.
announce spoilers?
The thing about Feast of Crows is that because of the way that George R. R. Martin split it up, he's telling parallel stories at this point. He has everybody on one side of the world and everybody on the other side of the world, and he splits everybody up.
Like an asshole.
Like an asshole, which makes it you're maybe not always reading about your favorite characters. Personally, I think most of the characters in Feast of Crows are ones that I wasn't super thrilled about. So I liked Dance with Dragons a lot more for that reason. But that's not to say there's nothing going on in Feast of Crows.
Yeah. There's
I know
so
it says
much.
There's a problem.
There's
I know it says there's a problem with the call, but did we actually lose anybody, or is everybody still here?
We're in the process of losing Sidel.
That's what it is.
It's laggy for me, but I'm still here.
Okay.
Here's the
Yeah, I think he's right. We are in the process of losing.
Here's
stuff.
the good thing though. As long as it doesn't get laggy for me, the chat room won't hear it. Because for me, you guys sound good.
Right.
So
Well, I've already been told that I sound kind of shitty.
there was one part when you went
Oops.
off on a little
Wait.
spiel, and it got a little Skype couldn't
choppy.
handle it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Did you
sounds
guys
good
not
now, though.
hear what I said?
Wait, no, I think we heard.
Okay.
No, it was just
Maybe.
a couple words.
I don't know. What did you say?
That was Derubael saying we don't want to hear it again.
Seriously.
Was it bad?
No, she was just answering a question, or talking about the. She was talking about the Sev thing.
Sirken doesn't even know. No one cares. Except for Argh.
She was talking about the Sev.
Oh yeah, I care a lot.
Argh, let's talk later.
It's been arranged.
Oh, we lost Sidel. She's gone.
Yeah, she finally dropped out.
She didn't like it.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm reading GM chat because now there's a lot of it.
Well, I'm in the middle. I'm in
Go
the
ahead, just
middle
read some of it out loud.
I'm copying something over for BDA
Uh-oh.
because they wanted something sent to them. That's not gonna work.
No, it's not.
What? I'm not even talking about your thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm pulling a guild list,
Oh, good luck with that.
but I just pull them out of the database instead of the front end, so I can pull them without
Oh.
character IDs.
You don't have all the horrible bad things
Yeah, that's why it's easier for me to do it because I don't have to do the.
with the blackouts.
Yeah, right. Especially on a guild list like this. That. Hang on. How many entries does this say? One sec. This guild list is 1,404 members long, so I don't think you want to edit out those character IDs.
No, that's why I don't even send people guild lists, because it's literally sometimes 1,000 people.
Can we do
I've seen you send.
Family Feud style guessing of who that guild is?
You've never seen me send 1,000-person list.
No, I haven't. I've seen you send short ones though.
Yeah, short ones. If I don't mind blacking it out, then fine. But if you got 800 members, don't ask me for a guild list. I know there's a lot of people that want the Alt-G guild command thing installed for ease of guild running. But
I don't think that'll ever happen.
It's not classic.
Nobody wants that.
It's so not classic.
I don't think anybody is. I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, the only reason to bring that back in would be to, like, if you were also bringing in the raid window, which kind of just ruins the classic aspect.
I see.
The raid window, yeah. Yeah. That's something that's not gonna ever be here either.
Yeah. And the guild window is just the raid window of the guild world.
Yes, I agree with all of that.
Sorry, I'm doing things. I'm doing big things. But I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Last word.
Important things.
Exclamation point. Send. Done. Oh, I dropped things. Oh, guys, I got in so much trouble today. I didn't get in trouble. Trouble's the wrong word. But drama happened today. Drama occurred. I have this long-standing beef with my neighbor for like 16 years now.
Dude, I hate neighbors.
Hold on. This is a thing. This is a big thing.
Some neighbors can be awesome.
I have a good neighbor on the other side. He's awesome. But this other neighbor, it's just this long-going thing, all right? So I live in this building.
You're never sandwiched between good neighbors.
No, you're not. Listen, I have upstairs people as well. They rent the apartment above me. It turns out that the one lady is friends with the douchebag next door to me. And so I'm like, okay, this will be an interesting year of living. Let's see how it goes. And then they start complaining about a certain smell that I think everyone should just embrace and love. But they complain.
I know that smell.
Yes, you do. And then tonight, I talked to them after there was a contractor up there doing stupid work around window frames and putting in or switching door hinges and making sure the door would close correctly. Stupid contractor stuff. And I guess the old lady was just driving this fucking guy crazy. And she's like, he didn't do this, he didn't do this, he didn't do this, or that, or this, or that. And I'm sitting there like, he wasn't supposed to do any of those things. He literally did all the things he was brought here to do. I don't know why you're fucking nagging. And she bitches and bitches and bitches. And so then the daughter's like, blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't want my daughter, because there's three of them. There's a grandmother, a mother, and then the little daughter. And she's like, I don't want my little kid, you know, going to school smelling like weed, blah, blah, blah. If it happens again, I mean, smelling like a certain smell. And if it happens again...
Smelling like the 11 herbs and spices.
You caught that just in time.
Basically, she said she was gonna fucking make some phone calls to people that would come and end that shit if I didn't end that shit. And then I was like, well, whoa. With all due respect, you've already broken the lease. Blah, blah, blah. I told her why she did. I was like, so we can go about this two ways. If you leave at the end of the month, you know, you can get your full security deposit back and you know, whatever. Just be out by the end of the month. And she was like, it's impossible for me to move and find a place in like fucking a week. blah blah blah. So I was like, you know what? I'll give you September. Like you don't even have to pay rent for September. You can have the security deposit back. Just void the lease and move at the end of the month. And so she's real pissy about it, and she's acting like it's strictly because of the relationship with her and the neighbor. And she has no idea that she is shitting all over my life. And now I feel like a 16-year-old kid again who has to go sneak around to do the things that he should be allowed to do in his own house. Now I'm very angry about this. I'm very angry about this. And so this is actually the very first stream where I'm not sitting here hitting the mute button every so often to do certain secret things that keeps GM Sirken flowing.
Just letting it all hang out now.
Like out of your apartment. I don't understand that.
Say that again? Zelina?
How is like the smell getting outside your apartment? Is what...
Here's the thing.
Just permeates.
There's
It goes
central.
where it
I mean,
wants to
there are
go.
ways around
No,
it,
listen. This building has central cooling and heating, so the vents are all connected through my place and then upstairs. And while I sit here blazing at the computer, it goes through that vent and up through that ceiling, and they can stink on that shit.
Just live in a bubble. Problem solved.
I just came out of the bubble last week. Or
What you
2
gotta do
weeks
is
ago.
create a tubing system
Get a
filled
vape
with
pen.
I have a volcano.
those,
I have a vaporizer.
dryer sheets.
No,
Dryer
no,
sheets.
no, no. I'm not 16. I'm not using fucking dryer sheets. And I have.
Alright, well then don't complain about your sheets.
I'm not getting a vape pen because every vaporizer I've used besides the volcano is fucking garbage. And I like the act of smoking weed. I mean I like doing things, and I don't know. Like I just like it. I enjoy it very thoroughly. I could be the poster child for this shit, and unfortunately, it's just becoming very hard. I tried to go out and smoke in my fucking garage earlier, and then the upstairs people are taking out the trash and talking to
I've been
the...
trying to tell you, you need to move to a place where it's legal, like Washington. You gotta come up here.
There's so many
Washington's
options.
awesome.
Like if
Go
you're a
Hawaii,
pot smoker,
California, Colorado,
Boulder's
Washington.
great in Colorado.
I love my city. I live in the greatest city in this whole fucking country.
Yeah, Sirken puts on for his city.
I'm not just gonna move because I want to get high. That's retarded.
That is retarded.
That is retarded, right? That's
Yeah,
what a
it's pretty
retarded
dumb.
person.
It's pretty dumb.
People are like, so what brings you to Colorado? I'd be like, oh, your weed rules.
yeah,
A
I want
plus.
to smoke weed, right?
Not family, not a girl, not a job. It's like, nah, I just like to get high. Fuck it.
That
You just
You
gotta
wanna
go to
do
the
it
Class
in your
R
house.
weed states.
that does sound bad.
Oh, let me tell you something. If that was a thing, I would be a very competitive smoker. I would be a very Class C smoker.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna get in trouble with your neighbors, and it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad. It's absolutely
Yeah.
good. But here's the thing. I'm undefeated in court. And so I feel like I'm ready to put the title on the line again and see what happens.
And Sirken. He's bad. He's bad.
I have a suit. I have a special court suit. It's like a power suit. It puts me in a good mood. I feel very confident when I wear it. Oh, it's very good.
Interesting.
Oh, because, you know, you got your wedding suits, you got your funeral suits. You need a court suit. You need a good court suit.
Yeah, you do need a good court suit.
Oh yeah.
Very true. Very
You need a good suit for every occasion.
Yeah, well, especially for court. Very important to look good in court.
Right, you don't want to look too good.
Right.
Unless you have a good job. But when you're pretty much unemployed, you don't want to look too good. Especially when you're there on interesting stuff charges.
Yeah, right.
Because then they're like, is there more you're not telling us, sir? But you don't want to show up in a goddamn Derrick Rose jersey and fucking Nike
Right.
shorts pulled down
Right.
around your ass.
I was in court this one day, and there were these three fellows of color who were there for a theft case, and they were the court clerk was fucking hot. Like, this court clerk was fine as shit, and they were taking pictures of her in court with their cell phones. They were like snapping photos of this girl while she's sitting there, and she keeps looking at him, and she's like, stop it, you're gonna get in trouble, because like she was liking the attention. She's sitting there blushing because they're taking photos of her, and finally this guy's lawyer come over to them, and he goes, listen guys, the judge already fucking hates you because you're a bunch of fucking rowdy ass kids, you didn't dress nice, you all look like fucking thugs in court right now, and you're snapping photos of her fucking court clerk because you think she's hot. You guys are gonna all get sent to jail today if you don't shape the fuck up and stop. And I don't know what happened to those guys. I think they all got sent to jail.
I was gonna say I could probably guess what happened to those guys.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. You gotta be pretty dumb to snap photos in court.
There was one legal girl in a courtroom I was in. I don't remember if I was there for me or if I was like just supporting somebody else, but
Was that her official position? Legal girl?
Legal girl lady, court lady girl. I don't know. She was there in some official capacity, I could tell, because nobody was throwing her out, and she was walking up to all kinds of people that I would get thrown the fuck out for talking to. But she was smoking hot, and Derubael, she was a redhead. You would have loved it. I don't know if it was a legit redhead or not, but she looked just like this one girl named Jenny Bushner. And this girl is hot, except she's taller than Jenny was. And I couldn't help it. I was sitting in court thinking dirty things because I was just thinking about things. I was thinking about things. All right, guys, things were being thought of.
Did you get up there with a fucking boner?
No. Oh,
Right.
You know what? It was my day in the sun because I did have to go up there. No, it was legit, but it's hard. It's hard to stay focused when there's smoking hot legal ladies walking around.
Yeah, I understand.
Derubael asks, did you go up there with a boner? You say, no, it was hard, it was hard,
Oh, god damn it. God damn it.
No, I understand the focus thing, Sirken. I told you about my hot English teacher that I think I failed that year because that was just impossible.
What is it about hot English teachers that that's totally
I
a
don't
thing?
know. I don't know, but she was smoking hot. I don't even know what. Yeah.
Oh, we had Miss Ryan, and then she got married and became Miss Nash, and we just didn't give any fucks about her husband. GM
Yep.
Sirken does not respect the sacrament of marriage.
No, that's not a thing.
It is not a thing.
Did she teach English, or was
She was
English?
a straight up English. She was like my sophomore English teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my teacher taught English and math.
I was thinking maybe she had an accent.
No, she fell right out of a Virginia Slims commercial. Like this bitch looked like she belonged in the Hamptons.
Yep.
She smokes with a long filter, like Cruella de Vil.
Yep, she's got one of those weird things thrown over her shoulders and everything. I don't know what they're called. It's not like a scarf. It's like some fancy girly thing. But she had it.
Sorry.
I promise me and Derubael not sending secret messages back and forth right now.
Oh no, we totally believe you.
Okay, good.
I'm in game. I don't know what you're.
I'm not in game.
Okay. Well, I am.
Oh
I
shit,
am.
I forgot I am.
Spend some
There's a
people.
fire giant attacking me.
That's what they do, actually.
I think you still have better neighbors than I do.
Tell me about your neighbors.
Oh man, there's my left neighbors. I have one good neighbor, and then hoodlums living next to me on the left-hand side. Literally, they got chased by the cops through our yard.
Nice.
Trying to make it out the other side.
That is classy.
Yes.
You got some classy people living next to you.
Yes, but luckily I think he's in jail now.
Oh,
the
luckily.
2 sons. So I have not heard any problems recently.
Oh, you don't ever want to be described as, luckily he's in jail. Or
Well, you don't
hopefully.
ever want to be described as a hoodlum either. I don't think.
Valid point.
They just throw trash in our yard sometimes too.
That's
Oh, yeah.
just right over the fence.
Oh, they're just
Yeah.
recycling.
There's this neighbor kid
Recycling.
who used to do that shit. Like, his friends would just throw bottles out and stuff. And one night I was sitting out there with my ex, and this kid just threw this bottle into our yard, and my ex was like, "The fuck was that?" And she stood up and she started screaming at him, and they were like, they freaked out, and they were like, "Oh, we're sorry, man. We didn't mean to. We thought we were throwing it into our yard." And we're like, "No, get the fuck out. You're
Whatever.
into our yard. Sons of bitches. Don't ever fucking do that again." Yeah, she raged out. It was fucking hilarious to watch these kids just, and like, my ex was short. She was like 5'4", so it was watching this little like 5'4" redhead scream at this group of teenagers who were in their 20s, and they were all just like, "Oh my god."
5'4" isn't short. Shush.
5'4" is fucking short.
Shush.
Sorry.
It's like
That's
Zelina's
tiny
5'4".
as shit. Look, I've never dated a girl over. Okay, I take that back. I dated one tall girl, but other than that, they've all been like under 5'5". So
Are you Joe
there's
Pesci?
nothing wrong with short. No, I'm not Joe Pesci. I'm not short. I'm like 6'3", but I've always dated short girls.
Don't worry, Derubael. I like short girls too.
I know, it's better that way.
But see, I like it because I'm short. You're like half a house taller than me. So, I mean, that's my
well,
thing.
because like when they're short, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not even gonna go into this conversation.
All right, well, I'll open
I
my
know where you're
mouth.
going.
When they're,
Yeah.
mine's
All the
much more
fellas know
family
exactly what I'm
appropriate.
talking about,
Yours,
ladies.
you're
there's
a
nothing wrong
dirty,
with it.
dirty
Oh,
Dan,
human
how
being.
tall are you, Derubael?
They make
I'm-
the
I'm
appendage which you
6'3".
lay on the table appear much bigger.
I'm like 6'3" and a half. Yes.
That's only if they have small hands.
Well, you don't date a 5-something girl who has huge hands.
Yeah, that's called a man.
There's a whole Seinfeld episode dedicated to
Yeah, yeah. She has man hands.
Archer.
it.
Archer. Oh, I love Archer.
Isn't it
Yeah,
awesome?
Archer's good.
Archer is right up there. That's what gets me from
I
like
have never
July,
been able to
January
do
to April.
The Archer. Sirken's always like, "You gotta watch Archer. You gotta
It's
watch Archer."
hilarious.
I've never.
No,
been
you
able to-
understand. Last season when he explained like why he's afraid of crocodiles, I literally lost my shit.
When
I
they're in the swamp.
Yes, when they're on that airboat in the swamp and he's going on about how evolution turned them into the perfect killing machines over millions of years. I just thought it was the greatest spiel I've ever heard in my life.
If you like Archer, you should watch Frisky Dingo.
Never heard of that.
Oh, I've heard of that. And it's kind
It's
of
from the same people who made Archer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I would like Archer without Archer.
Well,
There's-
that guy's in
I
it.
mean, he's the main character.
Oh well, in that case, it might be a thing.
Yeah, and it's the same production company.
I know they did something before Archer, and my buddy was trying to make me watch it. Maybe Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
And
It
I
was
just,
Frisky Dingo.
I just couldn't get into it. But I like them.
Yeah, it was another Adult Swim show.
That Adult Swim. I like short girls because I am a short person, and I need a girl that can wear heels and not be taller than me. Literally, like 5'4" is like the highest I can go.
I don't know. I could care
How
less
tall
if
are
a
you?
girl is taller than me.
I'm like 5'8".
I would
and
never be able to date a girl taller than me because she'd be freakishly tall and it would bug the shit out of me.
It would fucking demasculate you.
Well, it's not only that; it'd just be that she would be like a giant. Like she'd be really fucking tall for a woman. She'd have to be like 6'4", and that would be crazy.
Well, she'd be a WNBA star.
She might be the first woman to dunk in the WNBA if she's that tall.
Do none of them dunk, really?
No,
She
they
can
don't.
join the list of all three of them who have put up the most pathetic dunks I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, WNBA doesn't dunk at all.
They
don't
just
do that.
can't, or they're not allowed to.
They just can't.
That's
I think
retarded.
both.
They do layup. No, you can do dunks in the WNBA if you can jump high enough.
If you try hard enough.
Right. That's the thing is that not everybody can get the
Yeah,
hop.
no, they just work on their layups with the most fucking zazzy layup that they can imagine. They have a layup contest at the All-Star break instead of a dunk contest.
That would be the worst thing. That would be the worst thing ever.
I'm trying to figure out what this guy wants. I hate it when people put in more than one petition. You can't read them.
Oh yeah, I delete those. Can't be bothered with trying to figure out what it could say when you can't read
Right.
it.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel, Sirken. Exactly.
I'm clickety-clacking the shit out of this
You
keyboard.
type so angrily.
So angrily. There's lots
No,
of
that's
anger.
just what one button sounds like on a mechanical keyboard.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
How you doing over there?
I think Derubael just
What?
went crazy.
What's going on over there?
I
Good,
feel like
pals. It's fine. No problems over here.
I feel like you slowly fell out of your chair.
I think you got a little too drunk.
No,
It just
fuck
got
that.
more
I haven't had
maniacal
that
the
much
longer
to
you
drink.
left.
I'm not even slurring my speech. How can you say I've had too much to drink already?
Apparently you're falling out of your chair.
I didn't fall out of my chair. I never said that.
I said that.
Sirken said that. He's not even here. How would he know? Unless he has a nanny cam on my back.
Maybe I do. Maybe
That would
that's
be
what I'm into.
Scary as shit.
The
It's a little
Rogan
freaky.
penis.
Maybe that's what I'm into.
Hmm?
Oh man. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't feel strange or violated at all. So I sent this guy a tell, and I'm like, hey, what did you need for your petition? I can't read it because you put in 2. And what does he do? He puts in another petition. I'm not even joking.
Is that
That
what you
literally just fucking happened just now.
Isn't that what you wanted him to do?
No,
No, I can't read it.
no, just respond to the tell like a normal person. Unless your tells are turned off. There was one time I had a player on ignore because he was driving me crazy, and then like weeks and weeks later he petitioned about his epic, and I'm trying to help this guy, and I'm like, he won't fucking respond to anything I'm saying. And whoever was there with me is like, this dude's been talking to you the whole time and say. And I learned that it's dangerous to put players on ignore.
Why is that?
Nice.
Oh, my phone's dying.
I had a player put me on ignore once. It was the guild leader of a large guild. It was a woman who didn't like my attitude, I guess.
I thought
She-
you could do that with
That's
you.
not hard to figure out.
No,
yeah,
you can
I
add-
know. I just put that together quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she didn't like me because one day she asked me how to add an officer to the guild, and I was like, I don't know. I've never ran a guild before. You should look on the wiki. And she was like, why don't you know the answer to my question? Like, you should find out for me. Like, this is your job. And I was like, holy fucking shit. I'm not the one who's a guild leader, bitch. Like, you better go look that up right now because that is not my responsibility. And I didn't actually say that. I was really polite, and I was like, well, I'm really sorry, but, you know, I've never ran a guild before, so I don't know how to do this. You should check on the wiki. And she flipped out and put me on ignore for it. And then later on, she needed my help, and I was on ignore, so she didn't get any help. Nobody did her thing.
Yeah, players are more than welcome to put me on ignore.
Yeah,
Because,
because you don't have to do anything for them.
yeah. Like, I don't send people harassing messages. Usually, like 92% of the time, if I send you a tell, it is official business. And the rest of the time, I'm going to lie to you and tell you it's official business.
Are you saying that you lie to players, Sirken?
I have,
I'm not sure I've ever gotten a tell from you that was official business.
I may have, I'd say fraps or quit.
Yeah.
My dog is pissed about something. He is barking.
What kind of dog is that? He sounds huge.
He's half shepherd, half mastiff.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a
Aw.
huge dog.
Huh.
He tried to kill the little dog upstairs yesterday. But that's what happens. People need to close doors. I told them that if they want to live here with that dog, they need to watch out because my dog will murder it. And they take their sweet ass time going up and down the stairs, and my dog is quick.
Why is your dog so mean?
He's
That's
not
the bigger
mean.
issue.
He's just misunderstood. He's a very
So he
misunderstood
doesn't really
creature.
want to kill the little dog?
He just wants to play, and he plays very rough. Like, he plays with, like, teeth and nails and blood and shit.
Very rough.
Very rough. He's really good with people. He's just like, he's a one dog dog. He does not want other dogs around his domain.
Dogs is people. Yeah, I have a little dog who tries to intimidate the large dogs.
Yeah, see, my dog would kill your dog.
Yeah, probably. He could probably swallow him in just one bite.
He wouldn't mean to, I don't think. He would try to play with it afterwards. But he would probably kill it. Fucking, I have, like, part of my yard, like, designated for my dog, so I can just keep all his shit in one area and fucking make for easy cleanup. And they're like, can we just put our dog out there? And it's like, I would really rather you didn't, because when I let my dog out, if your dog's out there, he'll die, and then you'll be upset about it. I don't know, I really hate the people upstairs. I don't think I've ever complained about the people upstairs. And these people have been there for like 6 or 7 days, and I want, oh my god, I want to burn the house down and just start over. What are you getting into, Argh? What are you doing?
You know, I just realized I was playing still. I was trying to run into Ragefire's lair, and that went horrible. Or horribly.
Horribly.
So now I'm gonna go run it to EC and spin around in the tunnel.
I see. What's going on over at Ragefire?
I have no idea.
That's
I
good.
was just gonna go camp them.
Gotcha.
Because some cleric in my guild needs an epic.
That's usually the story. But what's up? I thought the A team had epics now.
Yeah, we do. Just not cleric epics. Because there's a certain group of people who like to cockblock Ragefires.
So we're gonna have to start putting an asterisk after the A team has epics.
Yeah.
I think that sounds legit. Ereni, what are you getting into right now?
Absolutely nothing. It's because I'm lagging, so I closed down all my programs.
Oh shit, was your EQ lagging?
No, Skype is.
Well,
you sound fine.
But before I was power leveling people in Lower Guck. And
power
I got some
leveling
new
nerds.
A rogue mask. So that was exciting.
Trying to get a power level lower.
You do?
Maybe he does. I miss power levels.
They're nice.
Me and Argh have the same birthday. I think that's great.
I told everybody to harass you on your birthday.
Don't do that. What?
I don't think it turned out too well.
No, Sirken wasn't here on his birthday.
Yeah, I don't think I was either.
That's alright,
Really
you're
remember,
allowed.
So it's probably a good,
I saw 2 beetles fornicating on my birthday. And then I saw 2 other beetles watching. Creeper beetles.
Yeah, that's a hot story.
Yeah, Argh, we already said happy birthday. You should know the answer to that. You alright there, Bill?
I just love the noises that Derubael is just chiming in with.
I can't stand the red forums.
Why are you still reading the red forums?
Because it's just like, I hate it when misinformation comes out. Like, you know this about me, that I hate it when somebody says something that's just not true.
It
About
happens all the time, though.
Well, I understand that, but if it's about something that I did personally, and it's something that the person who's saying it knows is a fucking lie, I can't stand that, and I have to go. I had this obligation, this OCD to, like, go correct them. So I didn't this time. I backed out and just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna ignore it, but it drives me crazy sometimes. Because, like, we try really fucking hard to do well and do the right thing and provide a good server for the community, and then when we get shit on for it, that really bugs me. Which happens a lot, actually, but the red community seems to be really good at driving me crazy.
They have a lot of practice.
Well, that sucks. I was hoping things would get better.
They will
I
at some point. Like, we're cleaning up Red server right now, so.
I imagine everybody from Red as some crazy person from Craigslist, and that's why I don't play there.
It's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah, I feel like if I make a comment to the wrong person, I'll have somebody stalk me.
Nice, yeah. Well, apparently they're after me, so look out.
Oh, I think it's funny that I don't know. Actually, I'm not even gonna say that.
What were you gonna say?
I just think it's funny that let's say that the way the community just automatically demonizes whoever the mouthpiece for the staff is at a given time.
Right.
And just assumes it's that one person on a personal vendetta.
I know. I love how.
And that the rest of the staff will just, like me and Rogan and Nilbog, just completely in the dark, and big bad Derubael in the middle of the night came and crushed Nilum and
absolutely. That's what all the RMT ban people think too. I mean, everybody thinks that I just go willy-nilly banning people, and that I don't have either the authority or have consulted the rest of the staff to do so. Like with this whole thing with Nilum, it's like Eldoran keeps coming on and being like, "Oh, Derubael's got a vendetta out for Nizar. Derubael wants to kill Nilum. Derubael." Like, this was a joint staff decision, Eldoran. We all decided this had to be done. This was not just me. So you can blame it all on me all you want, but the bottom line is the entire staff said, "Fuck you, Nilum, get off the box." So, well, not "fuck you, Nilum, get off the box." I take that whole statement back. "Fuck you, Nizar, get off the box," and then just ban Nilum.
What did you call him?
What?
He didn't call him anything. He said Nihilum the first time.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, it was a little Nizar joke.
I didn't want to say Nihilum because you guys are having me pronounce it wrong. It's Nilum. I didn't want to say Nilum because that's something that I've been telling people to not do on the forums, is tell them to get the fuck off the box. So.
Right, and like I said earlier, there's a lot of people in that guild who legit had nothing to do with what was going on.
Yeah, right.
Like, a lot of the people, like, if we didn't ban or suspend the person, then they weren't part of it. Like, it's not just one person we suspended or punished. Like, there's many accounts that are being suspended and looked at right now. And those people are the people that you can consider dirty cheaters if they don't come back, because that means we ban them for being dirty cheaters.
Yep.
Everyone who's still playing is not a dirty cheater. Like, they're not going to be suspended or banned for anything. If you guys want your server population to not plummet, you need to give these people a home. And if you want 3 or 4 guilds, then you should start absorbing these people so that they don't just all go back and form one super guild out of necessity because all of you douchebags aren't inviting them.
Yeah, I agree with all that. And I think it's a serious problem that needs to be dealt with. And I think it's ridiculous. I think it's childish for these people to act this way to their fellow community members. I really do. I think that it just shows this maturity level that that should be much higher than what it is. I think it's ridiculous that these people are acting like children, essentially. And, they beat, they're a bully on the schoolyard, and they took out the nerdy kid, and now they're, kicking sand in his face. I mean, that's not exactly how it went down, but the whole point is it's just ridiculous to carry this grudge as an adult, as most of these people are in their 20s and their 30s, some of them are in their 40s, to hold these grudges like this. I mean, realistically, for something that these people weren't even really involved in, it was their leadership. So that's all bullshit, in my opinion, and it needs to stop.
Concurred, seconded, and all of the things.
Yeah, we're not okay with harassment. Like, we let it slide in certain cases, and we've let it slide on Red for way too long, and that's not something we're gonna do anymore. Because really, it's bullshit, and everybody needs to have a safe place to play where they don't feel like they're gonna be harassed. That doesn't mean you can't PK each other. It doesn't mean you can't PvP each other. But there's a line that needs to not be crossed, and that's something that we're gonna start enforcing from now on. So, keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, nerds.
That's all I got for tonight.
That's your spiel?
That's my spiel.
I don't know. It's hard for me to recruit or not even recruit. It's hard for me to suggest people to play on Red server the way it is right now.
Yeah, me too, and that makes me really sad.
Yeah, because we want the server to do good, but we can't bring... You only get one chance at a first impression. If we're like, come to the Red server, and you guys act like assholes, they're probably not going to come back when we're like, it's better now, we promise.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, you assume everyone you don't know is like an alt of the enemy guild, and that's not always the case. I mean, there are legitimate new players trying shit out who might have gotten some hand-me-downs from someone passing by, and you just assume that's a twink. And sometimes it probably is. I'm sure most of the time it probably is. But in the rare occurrence that it's not, that's a +1 to the population.
Yeah,
and it's never gonna grow if you don't let new people in. The server will die because people quit all the time, and you need new bodies to replace the old bodies. So stop killing the new people off. Or not killing, that's the wrong word. Kill the shit out of them. But stop fucking making people not want to play here.
Yeah.
My lord.
No, I think I completely agree with all that, and it's gotten out of hand. It's gotten to the point where it just needs to stop. So it's not something we're gonna put up with anymore, and that's kind of just the bottom line about all that.
That's a good bottom line.
Yeah, it's just we're not gonna tolerate it anymore.
Yeah, and it seems like it wasn't so long ago that there were a lot of people from Blue who were going over to Red to try it out when you guys were having the group bonus experience.
Yeah,
like when you just first put that through.
That's the problem, is that we didn't retain a lot of those players, and the number one reason I heard from people who were leaving the server is the community. I couldn't put up with OOC and just the snarky bullshit and all this crap that went on. They were just fed up with it. They didn't want to deal with it anymore, and I completely understand that. And I try to tell the Red community this, and I try to be open and honest and give them real advice, and I go and I make threads, and I say, look, you guys, you need to improve this, you need to improve that. You can ask us to ban people, you can ask us to do this and do that, and blame it on us, but that if you guys don't shape up and start really acting like a community, you're not going to have anybody to play with. You guys can't afford to be dicks, because you just don't have enough of a market for your server to be assholes to each other, and they don't get it. They want to continually blame things on the staff, that the staff isn't banning people enough, and the staff's not doing this, and the staff's not doing that. Well, now all these really loud people who have been saying this, we just banned Nilum. Now's your chance to fix the server, guys. The scumbags are gone, quote unquote, and now it's time to do what you guys have been saying you're going to do, and that's raise the box population. I don't think it's going to happen, because everybody's still being a dick. Everybody's still making these posts online that are saying, oh, fuck you, blah, 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 and nothing's changed. If anything, it's gotten worse. And if I'm a new player coming to the server and all I see are 100 threads that say, fuck Nilum, blah, 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 disbanded, and then another 100 threads that say, oh, fuck the GMs, blah, 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 it's just, nobody's going to want to play there. And that's the problem that they're going to have, and I don't think it's a problem that's going to get fixed unless the community really takes a good, long, hard look at themselves and says, we need to fix this. And I don't know if it's going to happen. I honestly don't. So that makes me sad, because we put a lot of time and effort into Red, and I feel like it might just get wasted if people don't shape up.
Here's the thing. They absolutely, for the most part, some of them admit it, but for the most part, they're not willing to admit that the community is the problem.
No.
And they don't realize that, like, if someone makes a petition on Blue server and we have to look up your account for any reason, we will automatically see on the same page all your Blue and Red characters. We can see that you tried to play on Red, and that for whatever reason you haven't logged in since whatever date, and we will ask you, why did you quit? And 9 times out of 10, it's some kind of answer that is the community. Either they got griefed by some asshole, or the OOC was garbage, or someone was sending them retarded tells all night long, or fucking out of range kill stealing shit. Just dumb things that people don't need to do. Like, I know people are like, well, if they can't handle the PvP, they need to go back to the other server.
When they say that shit.
At some point, what you're doing is no longer PvP. You're just killing a naked asshole over and over and over again. There's no skill or talent or anything required. Like, how you are getting your rocks off doing that, I do not understand.
Yeah, completely agree with that. Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous and it needs to stop, and whether or not it's going to, we'll see what happens. But
What about?
I'm surprised there's no positivity about something huge that happened, aka, what happened in Nilum. I figured that they would be gung ho about it.
here's the thing about that positivity is that it's negative positivity. It's a bunch of people who are happy and they're rubbing this demise in everybody else's face, and it makes them look bad because they're on the forums and they're going, bye losers, fuck off, get off our box, don't play here anymore. And if you're a new player coming to Red server and that's all you see in the forums, you're not going to want to play there. You're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And you're going to go play on blue. And that's, I think, a big part of the problem is that they're just sending the wrong message right now, and they've been sending the wrong message for a long time. So I hope that they can figure it out, that this is not the way that things need to go.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I have a character on Red. She's, I think, level 30, and I haven't touched her in a while. And it's mostly because there's a lot of shit going on that is not nice.
Yeah.
There's like twinks that go around just ganking people all the time. Like if you're trying to level up the team.
How high level did you get, Zelina?
I'm 28, 29.
Oh, you guys are real close to each other. You can hunt together.
Yeah, what class are you?
I'm a bard.
Them bards.
The only reason I made characters on Red was because it was easier to get names that I wanted for beta.
You're a clever cookie, you are. Although, to be fair, there are a lot of assholes who reserved names on Red and then never came back. Argh.
Yeah. There were many X's, many double letters used in all the names I got for beta.
Oh, God. I was talking to someone from Red server. We were joking around about how great it would be to just open some magical zone line that took Red players and put them in the blue EC tunnel and just let them wreak havoc on blue servers for an entire weekend. Oh, I would love that. Everybody would quit blue. It could never be a thing, but in my dreams, it's magical.
Well, I don't know why a lot more people on blue don't turn their books of Discord in, because I'm pretty sure that there's still a bug where if you are PvP tagged and you run through the West Freeport arena, that it takes off your permanent tag.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
So
I don't know.
So you can just turn in your book and then go PvP for a while and then run through West Freeport arena and take your tag off.
I would
We
absolutely...
can ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
I know a while now, there was some TMO and FE and IB that were turning in books and having little skirmishes with each other in VP.
Yeah, in VP.
Yeah. I thought that was amazing.
I remember seeing a lot of people that had the red names and wondering why.
Yeah, I would also still, I've said it a million times, but I would still support rap battles for FTE. I think that would be the
That
most...
sounds amazing. I agree with that.
It would make the raid scene so entertaining for me.
Yeah.
And I would like it a lot.
Me too.
First guild to 16 bars gets the dragon.
I like it. I don't know. I have a +1, so that's all that matters. The petition for rap battles will be started. I'm going to run it past Nilbog, and I'll let you know what he says. He probably won't be impressed.
It's certainly better than coughing.
It's certainly not classic, though. Although maybe on one server people were rap battling for mobs. We don't know.
Hey, I can remember on my live server that people rap battled for mobs.
Nilbog will ask you for proof.
Indiscriminate server name.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Alright, I think we might be done here. Derubael, do you have anything?
No, go ahead and go around and have everybody close out, and we'll wrap up.
Hooray! Argh, say goodbye to these wonderful people. Tell them things. Plug anything you want.
Yeah. Bye.
Good job. Very good job.
I don't have anything to plug.
Well, Miss Zelina, thank you very much for coming on stream. Say goodbye to these wonderful people.
Good night.
That was her very soft-spoken goodnight, but she loves all of you. Ereni.
Goodbye, everybody, and don't forget that IB is doing weekly beta raids still, so if you guys want to join in, message Kig or Hokushin or even me and get set up.
What day are those on?
They used to be on Saturdays, but since dragons pop on Saturdays now, I don't know.
I think they're
Gotcha.
on Wednesdays.
I'm sure you can send a tell and find out what days we're gonna do it next.
Yeah, just send a tell to one of us and we'll get you set up.
Yeah, IB always has good public beta raids going on.
They're a lot of
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah, I went to a couple Vindy ones and Zlandakar. I remember. I think they're on Wednesdays because I know they're the day after the big beta night, which is Tuesday, I think, right?
What do you mean big beta night?
The one where like TMO and developers are usually on,
Oh, okay.
That's
and I
our
think
Sky
that's
Night.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, speaking
So-
of that, Ereni, I would also say if you or Hoku or whoever else the first person was you mentioned,
Cake.
Keg Lewis.
Kig Lewis.
there you go. If you guys were to shoot Alanova, a private message on the forums and just tell him when you guys are going back and doing things, I'm sure if he can be there, he'll absolutely be there. I know TMO actually like worked out a day with him, and that's why he's able to be there because they planned that shit together. But if
I
one of
see.
you guys reach out to him, find out his schedule, I'm sure like you guys could do the same thing, and that's
That'd
really
be
helpful.
wonderful because we spent a lot of time buffing and stuff, and so if we had him, then we could focus on killing mobs and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
That would be nice. Cut down our
Yeah.
downtime.
Yeah, I mean we
Plus,
can
I know,
summon.
I know
we
some
can-
of the time, Kick Lewis has said to like choose a target that was up rather than just go after whatever they wanted. Whereas if a GM was online, you could just get them to summon whatever mob.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
exactly.
times we actually ask, like, if we see TMO, like, if we know TMO's coming on Tuesday, or if we know you guys are coming on a Saturday or whatever day it will be now, like, if there's things, like, specific raid encounters that we need tested, we will just ask you guys to do that shit for us first. And,
Yeah, for sure.
and that's the most helpful because, like, that's giving us instant help on the things that we are like working on at that moment, as opposed to like, well, we did a bunch of things here. I hope this helps. And so,
Yeah, I think if you told us to do something, we'd do it.
well,
Oh.
all right, filing that
Well
away.
If
In
you have
terms
mobs
of
that we
IB
need to
guild,
do
yes.
on,
Oh, god damn it! All right,
Crazy.
Derubael, did we give you enough time?
I didn't need any time. I was just waiting for everybody else to.
Oh, I
say
thought
their
you were
thing.
doing things. I thought we
No,
were killing
no.
time.
I'm just.
He
gonna
was
say,
waiting to cue the maniacal laugh.
Thanks everybody for showing up, and that was quite the maniacal laugh. I don't think I can get that intense.
So maniacal.
Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks for clicking follow. Argh, thanks for showing up. It's always awesome to have you. Zelina, of course, you're great. And Ereni, thanks for coming on. Everybody else, come back in a couple weeks. I don't think we're gonna be here next week. So
No, we're not.
I might actually throw something up next week. I might go and grab a copy of XSplit or OBS and throw up a stream of some kind and grab some guests and just do my own thing. But I don't know. I might be too lazy for that, so we'll see what happens.
Derubael's branching out, starting the competition to the
It's
Sirken
not
stream.
something I
Really?
want to do, but I'm thinking.
But you're forced to
he
do it.
sounds pretty happy about it though.
Mm,
Yeah, I
Your
doubt
hand
we'll
was
see it.
forced.
No, you probably won't. Ereni's got the right frame of mind. She already knows. And that's it. Sirken, go ahead and play us out.
Oh, I'm gonna kill rogues. I'm gonna kill all the rogues on this
No,
whole
I've already got
server.
that. I've already got that. I'm gonna go deal with that.
Oh,
Okay.
the high pass thing
Maybe.
or high keep.
Maybe.
Yeah, I read that. I didn't know that you could do that.
Oh, well, there's lots of things people do that they shouldn't do. But that doesn't make them... No, that's not what I want to say. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're done. We're done here. I'm not even going to correct that.
You're right. Play us out.
Yeah, we're done. I got to find Skype. Because it's hiding.
Give us a sputtering old
I'm
car.
kind of jealous because you
Sound
nerds can
effect.
still talk to each other while I do this. I feel like I'm going to miss out on all the newest, like, hip talk.
Yeah, we were saving it for this moment
Yeah,
right
because
here.
we're so hip.
Mm-hmm. Alright, those nerds are on hold. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the follow button if you haven't. We're not going to be around next week, so you guys can take a week off. But if you still want to hear the sweet sound of my voice, I don't care about the rest of them. If you want to hear the sweet sound of my voice, go to youtube.com/SirkenP99. That's where everything gets archived forever and ever and ever. Have a great night, and maybe, just maybe, we'll do some stuff during the week to make up for not gonna be streaming Monday. I think that's it, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, and Project1999.com for all your EQ nostalgia needs. Go there now.